Korea, what's going on? This is Bibin Park, and today I'm gonna start with the news about the movie theater discount. So, just like many other countries where they promote people to get vaccinated, they also do the same thing in South Korea. So, if you actually get vaccine, then the movie theater ticket is reduced about to half. So, you can watch the movie for like $5-6. And originally it's about like $9 to $10. I mean, it depends if it's a 3D or something, but usually, yeah, that kind of price range. So the reason why they do is, they want to promote more, and then, some people are worried about the side effects, or maybe they think that it's not needed or not necessary. So that's why they offer it. And some might think that, what's a big deal? Like, some countries offer a lottery, or some countries like offer fries for free, and also you can get a donut in the States. The thing is that the Korea per person, compared to other countries, they watch the most in the world. So most often per person. Like it's really typical thing that people usually like, oh, what should we do for the weekends, and they're like, oh, let's go for a movie. Or like for dating, it's like a must go place too. So a lot of couples go there, a lot of families go there, a lot of friends go there, and not just only those shallow level, but a lot of directors from different countries, they say that they love to visit Korea because Korean audience of watching movies, like they're really studying hard about the movie. And sometimes there's some really interesting movie or deep movie, they will make those group that they study a certain movie. So they really have a deep discussion. There's also various programs that those movie talk between the audience versus, audience with some directors and those actors, and sometimes with those movie critics. Even there are several really huge movie critics, and those discussion and those explanations are even broadcasted all around the Korean movie theaters. So people who can not really make it to that specific movie theater box, then they can watch like a real time on the live in a different movie theaters. It's that popular. So that's why they offer this advantage so that people are more intrigued. And also the size of the movie is, it's like a fourth biggest industry in the world. So of course, the Hollywood, the US, like North America is the first, and then China and Japan, and then Korea. So, it's a pretty big deal. If you ever come to Korea, there's so many different types of movie theaters too. Sometimes there's also like you can listen with the vibration. So you don't really, if you like, let's say if you jump or something, you cannot hear. But if you sit down, through the vibration you can hear. That's kind of new technology. Some years ago, and also there's the theater, which is the biggest screen in the world, and they also have a really cool audio system in several those movie theaters. And also there's a VIP thing, and you can also watch on those really nice fancy couch seat and those. So yeah, it's super diverse. The movie industry is a serious thing in South Korea, so I recommend to watch in those boxes. The next news is about this. So Lee Gon-hee is a person who used to be the president of Samsung. He passed away, so he left about 40,000 different like art collections. And this is a Daegu, which is a city And they really want to promote, they really want to get those art collections in their area, in their city, to do the exhibition and those, so that people likely to come over for the gallery and those. So they said 건축비 is, so the 건축 is construction and 비 is a fee or the cost, and 전액 is like the whole amount, 부담 is like charge, so being charged, so they will pay for all those construction fees, so please come over. And not only here, the Suwon city also want that collection, so all the different regions want to really bring those art collection. Of course they wouldn't get it, but they can actually exhibit there, but just like a platform, so that people would come over and to see. So the Samsung is pretty huge company. It's actually the biggest like a market in South Korea. So this is a world's chart. The first is of course Apple, and then second is Microsoft, and then Saudi, the oil company, but this is more national company. And Amazon and Alphabet is Google. And the Facebook and some Chinese company, and Tesla, and then Chinese company, and Taiwanese one, and Samsung. So that person had so much money, and he also loves collection. His wife is actually also fond of the she's a founder of the Lium Museum. That's also a lot of collections and really nice, like curated one. But then his personal collections are even bigger. So that's why a lot of people were excited, and there is some kind of issue with this tax payment, because still if they give it to their children, they have to pay a load of tax. So there are some issues with that. But about 20,000 of the art, they gonna pretty much donate to the government, so that they can the country can get, and they can also distribute to some of the different cities or some different galleries and those. And the rest, so about 20,000, those art left, it's likely to go to her, because she didn't actually get much for the stock and those. So to make it more equal, they are likely to give all the art collection, the rest of them, except for the ones donated to the government, will likely to go to her, so that it's more equal. So, hopefully we can all see, those publicly, we can see some of those great art collections that he left to the world. So that was it for the news today I read, and I hope you find them interesting. And I hope to see you next time.